I think about inclusion as the air that we breathe and exclusion as something that suffocates us. Inclusion is about being our best, and it often relies on our relationships at work. It requires us to be confident, be comfortable, and be engaged. Both men and women don't like feeling like the other at work. We all want to be included, and so we need to figure out what that means at a macro level for organizations, but also in our own day-to-day actions. Here are 5 tips for creating an inclusive workplace. 1 is engaging in the day-to-day conversations. It fundamentally relies on having conversations, and it's a two-way conversation. You can't start making traction until you know what's going on. You need to ask people what the frustrations, what the setbacks, and what the barriers are. From there, you can actually start to develop an action plan. Number 2 is building an action plan based off conversations and experiences. It's where you can take those ideas and take those conversations to the next step and make them an organizational-wide reality. Number 3 is modeling the behaviors that we should be aspiring to. It's really important that we see managers, leaders, and people across the organization work their hardest to model inclusive behaviors. And they can be really small things, like asking people to go to lunch that are kind of excluded. If we see someone else of influence or someone close to us in a workplace, that's when that will have the ripple effect. It's when we'll be able to assume those sort of inclusive practices ourselves. Number 4 is elevating and sharing positive behavior, but also counseling negative actions that people take. One organization that I was working with, one of the challenges that they had was that people were spending a lot of time at work, and it was at the sacrifice of their personal lives, which was impacting their emotions and stress levels at work. One of the things that we implemented was working with senior leaders, a small group of senior leaders that would, quote unquote, leave loudly. And so what they did is they would leave early and they would leave right at 5 p.m. as well. And it enabled a lot of other people to think about, well, if they're going to leave early, I've got other priorities on my time as well. And it actually rejuvenated the energy within the organization. And it enabled so many other conversations to help people do their best at work and to perform better. And number 5 is validating the experiences that are based off barriers and frustrations and helping people discuss those in a more open way and to recognize and empathize. It's one of the things that's really missing in organizations at the moment. Our workplaces are emotional beasts, and we've got to be able to navigate that. So that empathy becomes really important, and it takes many forms. It's not just about demographics as well. It's about the experiences that people have. We all go through ups and downs in our life as well, and having that consideration really does make a difference and helps people open up to feel connected to their workplace. For the greatest impact to create inclusive workplaces, it actually fuses our personal experiences with our professional lives as well. And so thinking about where they work together, because when we walk through the doors at work, we're not robots. We're bringing our external experiences as well. And that's really important that we remember that.